Hello, my name is Adam Dawson and welcome to my Negotiated project. For my Negotiated project, I've decided to do a 3D short animation for Asthetica Film Festival. Asthetica Film Festival is a film festival where people can submit all kinds of work ranging from 3D short animations, dramas, documentaries, music videos, 2D animations and other things. For me, I chose to do a 3D short animation for this. I felt like this was the right thing to do for me, as I'm passionate about 3D animation, 3D asset design, 3D character design, and it's something I want to do in the future of my career. For my animation, I chose to base it around boxing, as I thought this was a good direction to go with being new to this software animation, and I thought it'd be easier to do the character animation within my project. To complete this project, I used many different softwares, some ranging from outside our course of teaching. These softwares include Blender, Maya, ZBrush, Adobe Substance Painter. All these softwares came together to make my final project. With not being taught some of these softwares, I found it difficult at the start to learn these. However, once getting into it, I found the flow to get easier and picked up on some new skills along the way. For example, at the start of the project, I didn't know how to use Blender, as my current 3D modelling software which I used was Maya, and I didn't know how to do ZBrush or character animate or rig. When it comes down to this project, it has helped me develop some new skills along the way. These skills include being able to rig a character and animate a character and bring them together to make a good animation. I have also learned in this process how to design characters a bit more in depth. I was fairly okay with this concept, with studying this in my first year of university. However, going back to this and doing this for my final year project has helped much more. The two characters I designed in my animation were boxers. I decided to look at current work examples from films such as Disney films and other animations to try and to also help me in my research. I decided to look at how human anatomy works. I decided to search how different muscle groups come together to be able to form different joint movements. This helped me in being able to animate my characters. When both the characters are boxing, how the different muscle groups would come together to make such movements. I'm happy with the research I did when it comes to this project. I studied movies, animated movies, to see different camera angles and shots which I use within them. This helped me build upon my animation, trying to choose creative shots throughout the process. This also let me cover up some of my mistakes which I made within the animation by choosing clever camera angles to cover up these slight mistakes. I think as well by watching and studying movies and animations, this has helped me to demonstrate a wide array of sources and inspirations for my finished project and be able to include them within my work. I feel like I also presented my work quite professionally, trying to keep up to the standards of animations. Considering I'm fairly new to this, I feel like this has worked. There's some things I would change. Given more time, I would try to go back and make the animations more fluid, and sometimes they look a bit still. However, this is something I can work upon in the future, going into other 3D short animations. I also feel like this work is quite relevant, with animation becoming very popular in today's society. With current animations adopting new ways to animate and new styles to put their characters in, animation is fastly growing. I feel like with my project, I have tried to keep up to this relevant theme to try and make my characters based upon the characters you see, but also have their own style. By adopting my own style, this shows I have tried to build upon industry research which I have gone into. Although when it comes to the theme of my animation, I feel like I could have narrowed it down a bit more, to be presented a bit more, have more of a story to it. I feel like when it came to the process of making this animation, I got too distracted with making the characters animated that I forgot to include a narrative in this story. However, going back, I would add a narrative to the story. I'd make it more in depth and try and make the characters animate in ways where you can see this narrative. However, I do feel like I have kept up with some themes of the industry by how I've chosen to animate the camera movement in the project, trying to keep up with how they are in animated movies. Throughout the process of this animation, I have faced some challenges within it, from the characters not animating to glitches within Maya, Blender, and also Adobe Substance Painter. However, I have overcome these challenges, finding ways to either cover up the mistakes I have made or the errors which are occurring in the softwares. I feel like these challenges and obstacles have been a good way to teach me how to overcome them. If it wasn't for these, I wouldn't be able to look back at the project now and look at ways to improve it. I would be very happy to submit this to Asthetica Film Festival, which I am going to do. I'm going to submit it for the late submission of 7th of June. Even though I don't think this will win any awards at the festival, I feel like it shows my skills in the industry and that how I can learn to overcome these and maybe in the future make a better animation which I can submit again. I also chose the Asthetica Film Festival to be the place I submit my project to, as I feel like when I submit it, I will go along to see other people's work. I think this would be a good opportunity to see what other people do in the industry and how they come about doing their work. I feel like this would give me a ton of ideas for up and coming projects which I want to work on. I'd also be very happy to show this to a future employer, given the chance. I think it demonstrates my skills within the industry. Even though I'm still learning, I think I can adapt to these and produce better things in the future. I also think it shows my ability to overcome obstacles within my work, such as the errors in my animation, and get past these and produce something to a decent standard. Thank you for watching and learning about my Negociated project.